All right, everybody, buckle up because today we are diving headfirst into the wild world of AI prompting.
It seems like everywhere you look, there's a new article about how to write the perfect prompt.
And don't even get me started on all the technical terms flying around.
Chain of thought.
Few-shot learning.
It's enough to make anyone's head spin.
But don't worry, that's why we have you here, to help us cut through the noise and make sense of it all.
I'm happy to help clear things up. At the end of the day, prompting is all about learning how to communicate effectively with AI.
So we're giving it the right instructions to get the results we want, kind of like giving someone directions.
Exactly. Think of it like this.
Instead of just saying, take me to dinner, you'd give them an address or specify what kind of food you're craving, right?
Perfect analogy. You wouldn't just hand someone ingredients and say, make me food. You'd give them a recipe with clear, specific instructions. And that's what we're doing with prompting. We're giving the AI a recipe to follow.
And just like with recipes, I imagine there are different approaches depending on what you're trying to cook up. So where do we even begin with all these different prompting methods?
Well, a good place to start is with the fundamentals. Zero shot, one shot, and few shot prompting.
Okay, those sound pretty straightforward. Let's break them down. Zero shot sounds like it's all about relying on the AI's existing knowledge base, right?
You got it. It's like asking a simple question like, what's the capital of France? The AI can probably answer that without any additional context. But when you start dealing with more complex questions or tasks,
You need to give the AI a bit more guidance.
exactly. And that's where one-shot and few-shot prompting come into play.
So one shot is like giving the AI a single example to learn from.
Exactly. Imagine teaching a child to draw a cat. Instead of just saying, draw a cat, you might show them a picture of a cat first. That's one-shot prompting.
And few shot would be like showing them a handful of different cat pictures to give them a better idea of what a cat looks like.
Precisely. This is incredibly useful, especially when you're working with limited data. Let's say you're building a chatbot for a very specialized type of restaurant.
You could use few shot learning to train the AI on your unique menu items and customer service scripts without needing a massive data set.
Exactly. You can fine-tune it to your specific needs, even with limited data.
That's amazing. Okay, so we've talked about the basics, but what about taking AI prompting to the next level? This is where things get really mind-blowing because now we're talking about actually getting the AI to think, right?
I think reason might be a more accurate term than think, but essentially yes.
Hmm?
And when it comes to AI reasoning, chain of thought prompting is where things get really interesting.
So with chain of thought prompting, we're guiding the AI to show its work kind of like we do in math class.
Mhm.
We're asking it to break down complex problems into smaller, more digestible steps.
Exactly. It's like peeking behind the curtain and seeing the AI's thought process in action.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
It's not just about satisfying our curiosity. It has real-world implications, right?
Absolutely. Studies have shown that chain of thought prompting can dramatically improve the accuracy of AI models, particularly for tasks involving reasoning and problem solving. In some cases, it's even been shown to double their performance.
Double the performance. Okay, now you've got my attention. How exactly does that work?
It's all about providing the AI with a clear roadmap to follow. You give it a few examples of a problem, walk it through the logical steps to arrive at the solution, and then when faced with a new problem, the AI can apply that same reasoning process.
It's like teaching the AI to think critically and solve problems independently.
Yes, it's about empowering the AI to become a more effective problem solver.
Now, I have to ask, because I'm already anticipating some potential pitfalls here, what happens if we accidentally teach the AI the wrong way to think? Like, what if we feed it faulty logic?
That is a crucial point. The effectiveness of chain of thought prompting hinges on the quality of the reasoning examples we provide. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say.
Right, so it's about providing clear, accurate, and logical examples for the AI to learn from. Now, chain of thought is amazing, but are there ways to refine that thinking even further?
There are. And one particularly fascinating technique is called self-consistency.
Self-consistency, what's that all about?
Well, it takes chain of thought a step further. Imagine the AI exploring multiple different reasoning paths to solve a problem.
Okay, so instead of just one line of thinking, it's considering multiple perspectives, multiple approaches.
Yes, and then it evaluates those different paths and selects the most consistent results.
So it's like giving the AI the ability to self-edit and refine its own thought process.
You could say that. It's all about enhancing the AI's ability to identify and correct its own errors, leading to more reliable and accurate results.
That is incredible. Okay, so we've got these amazing techniques for making AI think more effectively. But what about pushing the boundaries of prompting even further? What else is out there?
Well, that's where techniques like prompt chaining, automatic prompt engineering, and retrieval augmented generation come into play.
Okay, those sound intense. I'm ready. Break them down.
All right. Prompt chaining is all about breaking down a complex task into a series of smaller, more manageable prompts.
So instead of asking for a 5-paragraph essay on the history of AI all at once, you might start by asking for a simple outline.
Exactly. You can then use each outline point as a separate prompt to generate individual paragraphs, creating a more structured and well-organized final product. It's all about guiding the AI step by step.
Like building a house. You wouldn't try to build the entire thing at once. You'd lay the foundation, frame the walls, and build from there.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. What about automatic prompt engineering? That one sounds incredibly futuristic.
It does, doesn't it? It's essentially using AI to help us design better prompts.
So we're using AI to improve our use of AI.
Precisely. It's like having an AI assistant that can analyze data, identify patterns, and then generate optimized prompts for us, saving us a ton of time and effort.
I can definitely see the appeal in that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I can't let you go without talking about retrieval augmented generation. That one sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. It kind of is. Imagine giving an AI access to a vast library of information books, research papers, articles, the whole works.
So we're essentially plugging the AI directly into the internet, giving it access to all of human knowledge.
That's the basic idea. With retrieval augmented generation, the AI can access and process external information, integrating it seamlessly into its responses.
That could revolutionize research and information gathering as we know it. Wow, we've covered so much ground here today, and it's clear that this field is evolving at lightning speed. What are some key takeaways for our listeners who are eager to take their prompting game to the next level?
The most important thing to remember is that prompting, at its core, is about finding the best tool for the job. Don't be afraid to experiment, to get your hands dirty, and see what works best for your particular needs. Because at the end of the day, the most effective prompting techniques are often the ones that are tailored to the specific task at hand.
It's all about being adaptable and always learning. Wow, this entire conversation has really got me thinking about the future of AI and human collaboration. What's next? What new frontiers will we explore together? That's something for all of us to wonder. Until next time, everyone.